gotta do it.
Mic check, mic check. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Community. We have made it to another episode number 20, believe it or not. And we have a good guest here, Arquitekto. But before we get into it, this is our first in-person show that we do. And as you can tell, we are 10 minutes late. And it's because we had a little technical difficulties. But other than that, let's get started. We're going to start off with Arquitekto. What's up, man? How you doing?
Man, just glad to be here, man. Outlaws all day. What's up? You know, right here with the world famous Chapin, ya sabes.
Definitely, man. We're happy to have you. And Chapin, ¿cómo estamos, man? ¿Cómo te va?
¿Qué onda, Kevin? ¿Cómo están todos?
Tranquilo.
What's up, man?
Aquí nomás, aquí andamos. Hey, so obviously we had you a few weeks back, a couple of shows. Now it seems like, you know, we're pretty good now in the community, Galaxy community. I've seen you in places, you've done music videos. Shit, you almost like a local star already, baby. How does that feel?
Man, it feels great, you know, like the Galaxy community has shown me so much love. I didn't really expect it at the beginning of the project. I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna put out a project for the Galaxy and they didn't fuck with it, whatever, but they ended up fucking loving it. And I'm just, you know, carrying the torch right now when it comes to that. And I'm loving it just to be in the atmosphere with anybody, with anybody that's Galaxy related, with, you know, and all the podcasts showing the love, all the supporters just like messaging me all the time, like, hey, you know, like, I fuck with your music and I really appreciate that. You know, the love is really big from the community and I'm enjoying every second of it. So.
Yeah, because I've heard your song, like I said, a lot of podcasts. I've heard of Corner Galaxy, heard Nag Boys, Stands, Rise Podcast, D30. It's almost like a playlist already, bro.
¿Cómo se siente saber que toda la gente te apapacha, te apoya?
No, pues se siente muy bonito, ¿no? Porque, como te digo, no me lo esperaba. Era una cosa que de verdad cuando yo empecé, pensé, pues solo voy a hacer un disco para Galaxy. Era básicamente el plan, pero cuando me enseñaron a dar amor, me sabes qué, no metes este evento, ven acá, entonces todo fue muy, muy bueno. Me gustó mucho y me la dio que me enseñaran amor, porque la verdad es la música que yo hago es para el mundo, para nosotros, para la comunidad, para el Galaxy, ¿no? Entonces, que la gente lo esté disfrutando se siente muy bien, ¿no?
I also know that you collab with different artists, right? How does that feel? They also have the love for the club and they have the love for the team, and they bring a different type of spice to your lines, and you know, it's still embracing the whole family.
Right. I run in, you know, Francisco Page, which is me and him, and you guys have never heard of music before. Like, we started as a rap group together back in 2012. We went under the Mercenaries, and from day one, you know, we had in, you know, Galaxy. And so just he was the perfect person to like just the comics. You know what I mean? Like he was on me since the beginning. Like I told him I'm putting out this project and he's like, well, alright, I'm in, you know. So it was dope to see him and then the producers that were put on there. I tried to you know, stay versatile and then bring producers from different countries. You know, I got a role from Arquitekto who was just that I just had on mine, you know, and I told him, hey, like, you know, I like your beats. I saw something on the Galaxy project, and he's like, oh, you fuck with Cristian Pavón, porque yo soy de Boca, and I was like, I'm Cristian Pavón. So, like, he already knew, and he was like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it was all love, and it was all work, you know, so I was dope to bring in producers and other things too, you know.
I'm gonna ask a question right here to my man. How does it feel coming with, you know, I'm gonna provide, telling his project, what he wants to do, ugly or E? How does that feel? You know what I mean? And being part of this, you know, these hits that are coming out.
Honestly, it's like an honor to me for the fact that I've been doing this guy since middle school, so we go way back. And the Galaxy project, it was something that was supposed to be made a while ago. It was natural. It's like natural to be rapping with him, me and him got good chemistry when it comes to like making tracks, which is like this whole soccer shit right now is really popping off. Like 1996 album is like so classic to the point that it's like he knew exactly what he wanted to do with it, but he needed a little more flair to it. It was supposed to be a verse track or something like that, but it didn't pop off like that. He asked me to collaborate, and I was like, yeah, you know, and nothing to do with it. I was like, I haven't done no soccer shit. And I was like, I want to do something. So when you told me to collab, I was like, yeah, why not?
Just to say the fact that, like, you know, we don't get a lot of like hip-hop soccer fans. You know what I mean? It was something that like we were trying to diverse culture into them listening to something like we're big soccer fans and we're also into hip-hop, so we wanted to blend the two worlds into one, and I think we did it perfectly on someone, you know, especially because it was for a team that we have so much love for, that we've been following years, and it was only natural, you know, it all came so natural.
So the first song that we're gonna hear, obviously on the Arquitekto Verbal concert kickoff,
Yeah.
Talk about that song we're gonna hear first.
Yeah, well, the first one is, I'm going to start off because of the Outlaws, so we're going with LA Outlaws, you know. We start off with LA Outlaws where my boy Chucks Taylor, shout out to Chucks Taylor, who is another person who I've been working with for a long time, and he gave me the sample for this track. He gave me the beat, and then I was just like, okay, this makes perfect sense for it to be one of those songs to start off the album with, you know, to make a banger. And that's what we're gonna go with right now. We're gonna start off with LA Outlaws, and so.
All right. We're good to go with the first song, or yes, sir, yes. Looking at the producer behind the screen, yeah, we're good to go.
So, just as we were saying earlier, we do apologize. This is our first live show, so this is our little test over here. And we're having technical difficulties, but hang around. It's going to be worth it. We're going to start getting ready for the first song.
All right.
Other than that, while we wait for him to get ready, well, what do you guys think? When we started this, did you guys think we were ever going to have like a live show, be in person like this? Because we always do Zoom. ¿Qué pensabas, Shafi? ¿Pensabas que íbamos a estar en persona algún día?
No, para nada. Fíjate que se me hace, que estoy un poquito nervioso porque nunca había estado así, tanta gente, yo solo pues hablo mierda en mi casa. Y right now es otro aire, ¿no? Conocer lo que ellos hacen, cómo se preparan, qué es lo que hacen, es una experiencia nueva para mí también.
Sí, y aquí estamos en el barbershop. LeBron nos copió la idea hace un tiempo, pero aquí estamos en el barbershop con los amigos, ¿verdad? Hablando de este proyecto que ha hecho Arquitecto Verbal. Y también, Manny, what about you? When me and you started talking about this, did you think we were ever even going to have something in person? Especially when we were in the middle of a pandemic.
Well, we talked about how much money you had, and we get a studio, but it didn't reach our budget. Doing this live, and also being a part of this concert music is exciting. To me, I never pictured myself ever doing this, and then who would have thought Chapin would be famous, dog? Been in the Galaxy for 10 years, man. You know what? Been here for 20 episodes, and he's out doing autographs.
Manny, you know what's funny? Today I was having a phone call with Chapin, and because we were talking about Arquitecto that we had him 2 months ago, and if you guys remember, Chapin was on when Arquitecto was on, right? And I told him, Chapin, we put you on the map. And he's like, no, I wasn't ready for it. No, we put you on the map, Chapin. We made you famous.
Everybody knows what I did to Leva's car, so.
Yeah.
That one made him famous.
All right, so we're going to get ready for the first song, and we're going to get ready for Arquitecto.
Yeah, 1996. Yo, shout out to C-Pot Lady. You know what I mean, for hooking it up with the shirt. It's LA Outlaws right now. And shout out to my boy Chuck Taylor for producing this. Yeah. Vamos al estadio, destapen una chela. Ain't nothing but a G-thing, all the ladies and the fellas. Vamos angelinos, venimos a ganar. We've been here since 96, la fiesta no va a parar. Vamos al estadio, destapen una chela. Ain't nothing but a G-thing, all the ladies and the fellas. Vamos angelinos, venimos a ganar. We've been here since 96. Número uno entre la barra, let's kick it like David Bigham. The estilos that I be switching is two, like Perry Kitchen, kick a free. Number 3, and Sue know what I mean. Number 4, hit the ball, they want me con este flow. Yo, mi defensa un muro con las paredes. No tuvo suerte, no pasa por daño ustedes. Con el flow, nunca tuve basto. Me muevo por el pasto, la paso como carrasco. Yo, so kick 'em out like a tie. Soy Jonah con el 8, mexicano with pride. Check, and we miss number 9. Soy Zlatan en el tráfico, kill 'em inside, come on. Yes, hablo de Cristian Pavón. Doy el pase, doy el centro, les clavo este gol en el campo. Respeto para mi equipo, pichichi mexicano, disparo del Chicharito 14. Destapen una chela, ain't nothing but a G-thing. All the ladies and the fellas, vamos angelinos, venimos a ganar. We've been here since 96, la fiesta no va a parar. Vamos al estadio, destapen una chela, ain't nothing but a G-thing. All the ladies and the fellas, vamos angelinos, venimos a ganar. We've been here since 96, la fiesta no va a parar. Yeah, that's what's up, LA Outlaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby, that's what's up.
Yeah. You know, yo, once again, just shout out to my homegirl who made the shirt, you know, who had the banner in the back, C-Pot Lady. If you guys like what you see, you know, hit her up. She got some dope work, you know.
Yeah, shout out, she was at the pop-up shop, so shout out, she was out there. She has some nice, good stuff. Hopefully she'll be out there again for the next one.
Yeah, and especially when we'll take the second to talk about the pop-up. We know that was a successful event. And then once we got Arquitekto over here, we'll talk about the pop-up. We saw you were at the pop-up, right? And you were working on something. I had to leave early, so I wasn't there. So I think I'm going to ask you to get some footage from you, be part of that music video, right? Because I heard Chapines all over it.
Oh, yeah.
So talk to us about what was the idea of going to a pop-up shop, and tell us a little bit about that.
Well, basically, like, the whole idea behind it was to try to get live with it, you know what I mean? Like, I know we've been going through this whole COVID thing, and I understand, like, you know, lives have been lost or whatnot, but it's about that time that we need to get back to what we're doing, and I see that, like, the LA Galaxy was, you know, you guys were doing this pop-up shop, and then I was just like, yo, the Outlaws are there, I'm there. I wanted to show up and see what we were gonna do, and then since my homie Chino, who is actually the one that shoots the videos, we've already had an idea for this video, but since this whole COVID thing happened, we wanted to do it at the stadium, but then we saw that there was no tailgating at the stadium. There was nothing really happening at the stadium where we could do something like this. So we were like, the next best thing is to get, you know, all the community where they're actually, you know, they're trying to do something to just, let's get them, like, you know what I mean, which is the realest part, you know, of this. Like, it's cool, I understand, like, Adidas is a big company, we support it, whatever, we wear Galaxy gear all day, but I'd much rather wear something from, you know, from the independent, from the people like you and me, you know what I mean, that are putting in work, that we're doing our part to keep this culture moving, this, you know, the LA Galaxy culture moving, and I wanted to always just be like, oh, you know what, I'd much rather do it there, you know, 1, 2 Threads was there, you know, a bunch of people were just there, like, we were there to support, we wanted to get money out to our own people, we wanted to give back. You know? And so that was ultimately it.
That's what it's about. Big shout out to 1, 2 Threads putting that together. And, you know, like you said, it was the first event that we were pretty much out there. I wouldn't even say it was pandemic, you know, we're still going through with it, but now people are getting vaccinated, people are doing, you know, it's looking good. It's looking better.
Yeah, it's looking a lot better.
So we had a lot of good little turnout come out. A lot of vendors. There are Galaxy vendors. There are independent vendors.
Exactly.
And you know what I mean? Like you said, I fucks with it. I rock their stuff almost every day.
Yeah.
We got a Counter Code, 1, 2 Threads, Moving Silence, Hot Lady. We have Cali Classics. We had who else do we have right there? Sad Girls. We had ACB. We had Riot Squad. You had us.
Exactly.
Moving Silent. Yeah, Moving Silent. Yeah, Financed by Julie. You know what I mean? All of that was pretty much word of mouth, and that 1, 2 Threads put it all together. And then, you know what? I don't even think the community actually knew that you were going to come out and try to do a music video.
Yeah. I hit them by surprise.
You know, and now seeing the bits of the music video that you posted on your IG.
Yeah.
I like it. I fucks with it.
Yeah.
It's tight, like you said. It's organic. It is us. It was nobody knew about it. Like, let's just fucking do it. Like, anyway, everybody was game.
Yeah, I caught him by surprise, you know, and it worked out for the best, actually. I think, I don't know where else would I have gotten that shot, you know what I mean, those shots for that video. Because like I said, originally the plan was hopefully like this whole thing had ended by the time we were going to shoot that video, but it didn't. So we made the best out of what we could, and like I said, the best part was the fact that we got involved with people who were doing the same thing that I'm doing, in a sense, because I'm a rapper, but they're actually putting out gear. They're actually, you know what I mean? They're doing something in the same sense, and I would rather see and support, you know, your local business than I would do a company, you know, but the company is always important, but at the same time, like, I much rather see that, you know, I'd rather be wearing something that is organically made by somebody within our community that took the time off, that put his money into it because they want to see something flourish.
Without getting the homie discount.
No,
like,
without
pay
that.
full price for that
I
shit.
always will, and I always will because, like I said, when they're like, "Oh, what, can I get my free CD?" I'll be like, "Nah."
Nah, man, you gotta pay full price. Hey, you know what?
I'll get. We passed those days. Like, you know, I mean, if you want something for free, you can go listen to it on YouTube. You know, all love. You know, but if you actually want to support what we're doing and want this to keep growing, then you got to support what I do.
Where can they buy it at?
Right now, you can get it anywhere. It's actually out on all media platforms. So if you guys want to buy it on iTunes, on whatever stores you guys get your music from, is there already. So the only one that I don't have yet is physical copies, but those are coming. So
When are you gonna get them?
I'm looking into, I think, like maybe within the next 2 to 3 weeks.
And let us know because we definitely want to buy some and give some away to the people that watch us as well.
Oh, definitely.
And talking about the music video, I was seeing in that little part that you released, like Manny was saying, the Galaxy commented on it, right?
Yeah, they did. They actually did comment on that, and then I mean that's like a big stepping stone for me. Like I said, I didn't go into this knowing exactly what was going to happen, but just the fact that the Galaxy actually commented, they went through my page, they liked all the songs. They put some fire emojis in there, and it was cool. Like, you know, I really appreciated that. I saw that they actually. I don't know how it works, to be honest, but at least somebody's taking a little notice, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And
Yeah, we
then-
don't know how that works either.
how has the support from Galaxy fans grown in the past few months?
Dude, like, as soon as this project, I mean, it came to, when we mastered it and we finally were like ready to start releasing like little parts and bits and pieces to this album, like my social media just went crazy. Like, I've never seen my social media do that, like where I was just getting so many friend requests, so many likes, and I was just like, whoa, like, wow, like that snippet for that video, I picked up like 1,000 views in like a few hours, and I've never seen that happen from my, you know, from what I've done before. So it was dope. Like, I really appreciated it, and a lot of them were people that were actually at the pop-up, and they were like, yo, like, what's up? Like, you remember me? I'm like, I remember everybody. Like, yeah, I do. You know, and then I was just like chopping it up with people and whatnot, but it was just interesting to see like how many people were just putting it out there, moving it for me, and it was just something that, like I said, I really think everybody out there just sharing, and, you know, enjoying that movie.
G-Man on the chat, it says the power of Chapin. So if it's the power of Chapin, this is what we're gonna do. When we get these albums out and we get physical copies, you know, you can come get signatures from Arquitekto and Chapin. We'll have them both there. So, you know, whatever you want, he'll be like, mira Chapin, papá, firmarle también, papá, la gente quiere también.
La gente quiere, así que ya, pues,
Eres rapero también, tienes, no, eres más, es más romántico, es más Marco Antonio Solís.
there you go.
Entre más toma, más quiere tomar. Paquita del barrio dice que quiere tomar.
When the show's over, vamos a cantar karaoke ahorita, vamos a cantar aquí los temerarios.
So I think I missed the whole Chapin talk, right? There's a comment that says Chapin is Dios. They hate Chapin.
Is that something, you know what, nothing to bring that up. Is that something that you'll be down to do, like at the tailgate, hopefully when everything's open and stuff like that, to do like a sign? You know, pick up a CD, get signed by the artists that are there.
I mean, I've never done that before, but I'm totally open to it. You know, it's like I said, I'm very like, I'm just one of you guys. I'm very, you know, humble, down to earth when it comes to those type of things. I'm so grateful for it. But yeah, if you guys want me to sign something and you guys want to pick something up, I'm definitely game for anything.
This is, for me, it's a collector's item because you know what I mean. It is a Galaxy wrap disc. Cassette. Bring cassette, baby.
That's what I was thinking too. I might just print like a few cassettes, like maybe 20.
Yeah,
you know? But yeah, it's definitely, like I said, for now, my thought is just only to print 100. So if you guys are going to pick them up, I think this is going to be the only 100 for now. We might do a second issue somewhere down the line if you guys keep asking. But for the first part, the first 100 are going to be the original 100, you know?
100 CDs, right?
Yeah.
So I need to go look for my little Discman, my little CD player.
People don't even have CD players in their cars no more.
Hey, look, we could even ask like Brandon that I have over here that he's 17. I don't even know if he's ever seen a CD player. But you know what? I think that would be a nice little item to have, right?
I swear, like, it's crazy to even think that because, like, when me and Bates were going to school, like, we had the fucking CD player this big in our pocket, and in our backpack, they have notebooks that had a catalog of CDs, and half of that was Tupac, Wu-Tang, whatever we were into at the moment. But it was just crazy to think that, like, you know, CDs kind of became a thing of the past.
It seems like even vinyl has taken a step forward from CDs, right?
It actually did. Vinyl grew. Vinyls are actually more like a collector's item because I guess you can put a vinyl on your wall and it looks a lot more nicer.
Yeah.
So it's more of a portrait.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? Let's take this time to talk a little bit about the home opener. I know you were there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to link up at the home opener, right? How was it for you? For right now, just the experience of the home opener. Let's leave the game to the side. But how was your experience?
It was great. I didn't expect it to go as great as it did. Like, you know, expecting no tailgate. That, you know, when you come into the stadium, you're getting all these like, oh, no tailgating, no this, no that, whatever. But regardless of that, the experience at the game was amazing. Like, just being able to just be back in that stadium and then feel those sensations again. And then I don't know about you, but it was totally awesome to just go into the stadium with no hassle, you know, and getting out with no hassle.
Yeah.
Which was the only thing that I was just like, wow, like. We left like an hour early because we thought like, oh, we're gonna be in line. There was no lines, no nothing, no, you know. And it was just we got there, we got into the main entrance, 5 minutes parked, and then it was just like that was one of those things. But apart from that, like people were just like I was walking and people were stopping me and they're like, hey, what's up? Like you're Arquitekto, like yo, I've been listening to your song all week. And funny story, there was this one dude who stopped me and he told me this story. He was like, he's like, dude, I've been bumping your shit all week non-stop at work, and my fucking coworkers hate it, but I love it, so I can play that shit. And then I was just laughing. I was like, oh, dude, like, good looking out, you know, like. But it's just like it's fun to just, you know, interact with everybody and to see that feedback, and then them just having love for me, and I give that love right back, you know.
Yeah, and then I know you were in V Block with the Galaxians in 123. Yeah. How was your experience being in there after being away for so long?
I mean, it was as always. It felt like nothing had changed. I felt like the you know, Victoria Block has just been a lot more connected now that we did become Victoria Block. You know, like the Galaxians, the Outlaws, and you know, the ACBs. And it was pretty amazing to just be back there and just sit in those stands and, you know, and support our club, you know.
I hope one day that, you know, right now we're doing this virtual concert, that one day when everything goes back, we can actually have you perform at the.
And that was the plan, right?
That was the original plan.
That's the plan.
You know what? That was the original plan. Remember, he had mentioned it to us. And last week, I think it was Thursday, I was just having thoughts, and I was like, why not do it virtually? And it was just a little too quick to get it done that day. But now we have. So talk to us about that second song that you're going to be performing for us.
It's Victoria Block. You know, Victoria Block was probably one of the first ones that I wrote out of this album. And it's just to let you guys know, like, you know, obviously you guys have heard the album. There's 2 Spanish songs, 2 English songs, and then the song that I did with Francisco Bates where I go in Spanish and he goes in English. So we always wanted to keep this mix because this is LA culture. So LA culture is Spanish and English, and, you know, I've always, that's kind of my thing, you know. I go under the alias dual language. And so dual language is dos lenguas, you know, and I speak Spanish and I speak English, and I try to always put that into my music.
Está bien, porque tú sabes que dos lenguas eran un taco.
Sí,
Piénsalo.
tiene hambre, güey. Traes hambre, güey.
Pero ¿cómo nace la idea de escribir tu canción, digamos, como Victoria Block? ¿Cómo nació? ¿Dónde nació? ¿Qué estabas haciendo cuando empezaste a escribir?
Pues lo primero, siempre cuando yo escribo mi música, pues es basado en primero con las bases. Cuando encuentro una base que de verdad me gusta, me pongo a escribir como loco, yo nomás escribo y hasta que no termino la canción no paro. Entonces, cuando empezó con eso fue cuando me nació la idea, como le digo, empezó con lo del Galaxy. Entonces, después de ver al Galaxy contra LAFC en el primer partido, fue donde de verdad me nació la idea de hacer un disco para el Galaxy. Y entonces, después de ver a Zlatan y cuando les ganamos 4-3 ahí en el estadio, entonces dije, oh no, eso sí, tengo que hacerlo.
Puta, cuando nos veríamos, loco, cuando nos veríamos.
Cuando pensaban que nos tenían en las cuerdas.
Aquí
y
es
le dimos
papá.
vuelta. Pero igual, ahí fue cuando nació la idea. Entonces, cuando pasó eso, fue cuando yo dije, pues, la primera canción que escribí fue Victoria Block. Pues sí, la idea fue, como fue una idea, solo más es un verso. Entonces escribí solo un verso para esa canción y pues también la pensé si en inglés o en español, pero la quise empezar en español porque somos latinos, ¿no? Y quería hacer algo para la comunidad latina, algo para que pues los que hablan español, que son fans del Galaxy, también lo puedan disfrutar, porque hay mucha música que es solo en inglés y los tocan en el estadio, todo está en inglés, ¿no? Pero yo quería hacer algo en español también para nuestra comunidad latina.
Gracias por eso, porque
Un poquito aquí.
nos duele mucho de nosotros.
Sí, así es como va, pues. Así fue como nació la idea, ¿no? De Victoria Block. So.
Okay, you want to start getting ready for the second one? Let's go. Chapín, ¿cuándo podemos esperar tu mixtape? Como dice el G-Man, el Chapín y sus amigos.
No, si quieren un mixtape, escuchen la hora.
Un álbum
Chapín y su banda.
romántico, papá.
Chapín y su banda.
El Chapín y su banda en la hora galáctica on Wednesdays.
Que Chapín los dinos.
Chapín y los dinos. As we start getting ready for the second.
Los dinosaurios.
Hey, por eso no podemos hacer nada, con ustedes no se puede salir. Siempre. I told you, in your best behavior, por favor. Pero,
Que nos invite y ya sabes cómo nos ponemos, ¿verdad?
Que te había dado la cerveza. ¿No?
Mira, y ese paso que te dio, ¿verdad?
Todavía nos da vasos.
yo el chiquito, because these are cheaper, the small ones. And of course, to my team, the big cups, of course, man. Hey, when have you guys had a producer that treats you guys so good?
Yeah, they gave me like the traveling food because, I was afraid of breaking it, so I didn't drink it.
That's true. I gotta get some plastic ones. But let's get ready for that second song.
Yeah. This is Victoria Block. Shout out to all the Galaxy supporters out there. Yeah. Yeah. LA, stand up. Look. Yo. Entro al estadio, mi fuego es de contrabando. Cristian Pavón burlándolo por los bandos. Soy un católico rezándole a los santos. Un legendario, me respetan por los campos. Check, eso es mi estilo legit. Le disparamos como Zlatan, no se libra otra vez. 100 fuegos, pato culto como David Koresh. Hat-trick, Landon Donovan, me quita el estrés. Un general de 5 estrellas en la guerra MLS. Soy Van Damme en el campo defendiendo mi set. Hoy va a andar por la galaxia en the city I rep. Alexis Lala con la barra y este flow que tú ves, check, can't you see we the best? Ahora levanten una copa como Jazz y Sardés. Soy Bruce en el arena, parece ajedrez. Un tiro libre para Beckham pa' clavar en la red. I said 1996, we be the illest. I said 1996, we be the illest. I said 1996, we be the illest. 1996. 1996, look, Victoria Block, 96 Galaxians, Angel City Brigade, I said LA Riot Squad, outlaws, so where you at? Ghost Ultras, where you at? LA Galaxy, where you at, what? Yeah. Shout out to everybody out there watching right now. It's Arquitekto Verbal, aka Dual Language, bringing you that 1996. Y regresamos al podcast y el hombre de la hora, el Chapín.
wow, man. This is one of the songs that I like, and I remember you were saying that could have gone on the shirt, right?
Oh fuck that! That same. I'm a top. If he has a trademark, I'm gonna trademark that shit right there. 1996 with the illest. Cause that shit is hard, baby. Hell yeah, my man. So, what is success for you guys right now with this album? Or you know what I mean? What do you guys think that 100 copies, 200 copies, or is you guys already success as it is?
As
You know what I mean?
where
And talk about like the love that you guys are having now.
I feel like it's wherever it could go. But I mean, 100 copies, that's already like a stepping stone, you know what I mean? But if it could go more than that, then fuck it, you know what I mean? We'll be proud of it. No Arquitekto, you know what I mean? You put a shitload of work, you put in heart. And I think what he's doing right now at the moment is, you know, it's there, you know what I mean? It's there for a big ass following, for a lot of success, for what it's bringing right now to the table.
Yeah, I mean, I never measure success by money. Like, I think what success is right now for this and for what I'm doing is what I already have, you know? Like, I feel like I'm successful right now because everybody that like I said, I did this music for is turning their heads and they're watching and they're supporting and they're doing what they can to help me out. And I enjoy that. I take that as success. I don't need, you know what I mean? Like I said, if you guys want to go listen to the album for free on YouTube, go ahead. If you guys want to, you know, buy the album, buy it. The money is not really like what I'm after. I'm after just doing what I'm doing for the community, which is producing music for the LA Galaxy.
And that's what I fuck with, man, because, you know, one thing I usually tell Kevin and tell them, like, you know, I'm a part of a lot of shit, but there's not one thing that I take credit for. It's the community, and it, for me, is like, as long as our family grows and it gets bigger, that's I'm all for it. And, you know, I think the first time we ever talked to, you and I, big shout out to Jerry. He actually hit me up. And he told me, hey, check this fool out. This fool's always repping Galaxy shit.
Shout out to Jerry, yo.
In battles. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what knows him. And he hit me up about you, and then I started looking at YouTube, and I'm like, yeah, this fool's always rocking G gear. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know, this for me, like, it's underground. I've never seen this battling, and then that's when I hit you up, like, hey, this shit's tight, like, you know, what the hell, like, you know, let's get this shit cracking, or what could it be?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, in the last interview, like you said, like, this is just our skin, bro. Like, we rock Galaxy shit all day, you know, like, yeah, we rock other shit, but, like, Galaxy shit is, like, probably, like, 90% of the time. And it's because, like I said, this is LA, this is us, like, we're the real LA team. Like, everything else is just plastic to me.
Hey, you never know, dog, because, you know, the Galaxy's owned by AEG. Right? See you guys on tour and shit, you know. You guys take us with you.
Yeah,
you know, we got a full team already, man. We got a full producing team.
That's ultimately the goal, you know.
All it takes is for Chapin to put in the work for you. He's homies with Dan Beckerman.
Oh.
So that's all it takes.
Hey, like, Chapin runs the...
I knew it. I knew it this whole time.
Seeing the early success of this project, right? Do you see more of this in the future, or how do you feel?
For now, like I think like it's basically the short and sweet type of thing. Like I wanted to keep it short, but yeah, like for now I'm keeping it at this. But I want to do something, in time. Because I don't want to overflood you guys with the same type of things. I mean, I've pretty much mentioned all the legends in the club already. So what am I to do now? You know what I mean? I can take it another direction, but I don't want to bore you guys for the moment. So I want to take my little breath.
Don't trip, because you'll find a way. Trust me, we thought about the same thing. Like, hey, what can we do to bring to this podcast world, right? We have great content with all the other podcasts to recap games and give out their insights. And it took us about a year to finally realize, like, hey, you know what? Our stuff is to highlight other people. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we like. That's what we want to do. Let's do that. And now, out of nowhere, we're in a barbershop. LeBron took this away. I'm going to sue his ass. And then, you know what I mean? And we're having a concert over here. Shit. And I'm with famous Chapin. Who would have known?
The world famous, you know? Yeah. I'm like I said, I for the next step, it's not necessarily like, you know, doing Galaxy things, because like I said, I am a hip hop artist. I work on originally, like this album was made with a piece of my heart to the Galaxy, because that is, I love the club, I love soccer, I love to rap, so this was definitely something that I needed to do as a fulfillment to my career. I pretty much feel like right now I've reached the pinnacle, and I know there's more to climb, but I don't want to just do it back to back, because like I said, I don't want to bore you guys with it. I don't want to be, you know what I mean, doing music that's the same all the time.
Don't
Like,
trip, dog, because we're gonna give you some lyrics. You know why? Because with this team that we're going through, baby, we're gonna win that shit. So that's gonna be more lyrics,
But you
more
see,
bars.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what we're talking about, baby.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know,
So
we're
that's
talking
what
about travel days,
that's
baby.
what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm saying. For right now, I've pretty much caught up the history up to where we are now. So I'm waiting for the next part to happen. So before we can drop season 2 of the next one, I don't know what I'm gonna call it yet. I don't know. I don't have an idea of it. But I know for sure that we need to make history this year, so I can, you know, go on. To
And maybe some away stories.
Yeah.
You mentioned you went to RSL last year,
Yeah, I did.
so maybe stories from there could go into this music, right?
Yeah. I mean, like, I think like the only thing that I have plotted out for the next project is is maybe when we go on those away games, I can meet somebody that's trying to do the same thing I'm doing, but for their club, and have matches. You know what I mean? Do a collaboration. Maybe there's an RSL rapper out there that I don't know of. Maybe there's a Seattle rapper that I don't know of, and that he wants to rep the club, and we can have a one-on-one, like in the sense of like a session of recording something. You know what I mean? And we can have those, you know, that
You know
would be,
what?
that would be
I'm
dope.
gonna throw it out there in the universe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why can't we have that? Why can't we have that? You know, doesn't that sound dope?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why can't we go out to Toronto and record something with a
Hey,
Toronto?
on our away day, we
Yeah.
go, we have a rap battle at the fucking bar. Yeah, I'm down with that shit, dog. I'm down with that shit. We
Hey.
roll deep, they roll deep. What's up? What's with
that's
it,
what I'm
baby?
saying. It's taking it old school.
Hell yeah, baby. Shit.
As far as the battle is a battle is a battle, you know, it's crazy, but my perspective is just recording something and it's solidifying. We want to battle is battle, but I don't like to battle because battles get into fights and fights turn into shit.
Yeah, I choose like
you
this.
know
My
what I
bad,
mean?
guys, my bad.
Battling is cool.
Okay, música romántica.
Música romántica para tu oído. Él va a cantar el coro, yo voy a cantar el verso, you know what I mean? Ahí estamos.
You were talking about you as an artist, right? And now that you did this project, 1996, do you feel now you have more of a following when you transition to your normal projects that you were doing before?
Definitely. I just, like I said, I know that you guys are fucking with the whole Galaxy thing, and like, I really appreciate that, but there's another artist behind that, you know what I mean? Which is something that I've been doing for the past 10 years. So if you guys have heard the Galaxy project, like if you ever have some time, go and take a listen to their catalog that I have in the back, and you'll probably find 1,000 other things you'll like, you know? There's, like I said, I've always been one of those MCs, regardless, that had always, for some reason, and I caught myself after once I put out the Galaxy project, I realized how much soccer punchlines I use in my music, and I did that so subconsciously. And in that last project I put out, the feature presentation, in the first 5 songs, there's one soccer bar in every song, and then that was just. It just clicked. I was just like, that was the Galaxy project. Like, you know, that was the next step.
You even use that in your battles. I've seen some of your YouTubes that you're out there battling the line or the song, but I know that there was a girl that was managing the battle, and you were battling like a little chubby guy.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just murdered him, and then he was like, and people were just like, on my eye. And then you do a lot of when you just feel it and you just go live and you just feel it. And I've seen a lot of those videos that you save and you put on there. Like, if you're a fan of the Galaxy project, go check out his other ones. He has great music. I fucks with it. You know what I mean? That's I look at it, bro. I'd be on YouTube looking at that shit like, oh, that's
like
tight.
I said, there's definitely more behind that. Like, it's definitely, like I said, this is for our club. This is what I want to do perfectly. I feel like I nailed it. I feel like I did my part in that sense. But yeah, there's 1,000 other songs hiding behind that one. There's stories. There's, you know.
Are we
there's
fuck
love,
with
there's
another
hate,
song?
There's everything. Yeah, you guys want to do another one?
Yeah, go ahead and get ready for
What song we got? What song we got?
the
next?
third one.
I think we're gonna go with Angel City Brigade. You know,
Shout
I
out
think
to
it's crazy because that ACB track, it was right, and then I think I released something else before that, but Angel City Brigade picked up the most views after Right at the Tailgate. And when we were working on this project, my brother Alex, who's my engineer, the first track I gave to him was Right at the Tailgate, and he loved it because he was just like, oh yeah, this is exactly what you know, this is an anthem, this is something that's gonna hit. And then I was like, dope. And then I think the second song I gave him was Angel City Brigade. And when I gave him Angel City Brigade, his hopes went like from up here to down here. Cause he was like, why are you doing boom bap? Like, what? Dude, like you're doing some like hitter shit. Like you're doing some anthem. You're like, you gotta keep that same momentum. And I was like, nah, like, I stay loyal to the boom bap culture of hip hop because that's where I originated from. And I didn't, and then he made me kind of think twice about it. I was like, damn, maybe he's right. But then just the fact that like picked up so many views, and it was probably the darkest song on that album. It just like, it tripped me out.
So tell that fool that you were wrong, dog. You were wrong. You were wrong.
Because he was like, yo, like, dude, you gotta keep that. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys have heard the album, like, Right at the Tailgate and the first song on the album, LA Outlaws, kind of have the same feeling, you know? Victoria Block and Angel City Brigade kind of have that boom bap underground sound, grimy. And then he was just like, nah, like, they want to listen to that. And I was like, nah, you're forgetting.
But it's funny because, like you said, like, you know, Jerry is part of ACB and he's, you know, into the whole underground.
Yeah.
That's when he hit me up and I was like, oh shit, this is tight.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I understood that there was people in there that were underground hip hop heads.
Lo que sea, aquí.
But that's what I'm
Well,
saying.
all we know that we all drink.
Yeah,
Si te echas un corrido, el de Chicharito. El de Chicharito,
let's go. Yeah, but yeah, for sure. But it was dope, you know, that people appreciated themselves in the hip hop community. Because, like I said, this as closest to any. That's what we were doing when we started this. Like we started off with like the sounds of like Angel City Brigade and like LA Outlaws, and bring music like Right at the Tailgate, you know.
Yeah,
So,
definitely. If you want to get ready for Chapin, let's use this time to invite people to listen to La Hora Galáctica. What did you think about this week's episode that we had, our second episode?
Fíjate que lo hicimos bien, ya tenemos dos episodios, tuvimos uno de Eva y todos. A todos los que no lo han escuchado, por favor, escúchenlo, compártanlo con su familia, con sus papás. Si ustedes hablan más inglés, compártanlo con sus papás, pónganselo. Estamos en Spotify, en Apple Music, y también para que le den un like y un tweet.
Sí, y hasta ahorita todo ha hecho muy bien, la recepción ha hecho bien. Tenemos gente en Seattle que nos escucha, en Washington DC, en Idaho. Entonces realmente nos están escuchando de todos lados, que la verdad no sé cómo ha llegado a esos lados. Manny, tú y yo, nuestro primer lenguaje es el inglés. ¿Cómo te sientes ahora básicamente en español? Porque nos oímos más profesionales que community.
Porque pienso que no puedo decir muchas malas palabras porque pienso que mi papá me va a escuchar y me va a decir que como dice, con esa boca comes. Digo, pues, ya que. Mira cómo me insultas y después me dices que sí, educado, cerote.
Alright, so nos vamos a alistar para escuchar esta tercera canción.
Yeah. Just turn that up.
Yeah. Band A school in Araujo, Bruce teaching Donovan, moving through the fields with these young bloods like Alvarez. You ain't seen the six skills, these streets feel like Cocker and Eugenio with the flow, attacking like I'm Pontius. Homie, I got dumb bars and shoot 'em up like Dunbar. Gordon going wild, slap them with the all-stars. Catch me on the corner with the passes like Antuna from a Cholo to Galaxian. Got the styles of Joe Corona to Sao Paulo, Brazil, like Marcelo Zaragoza, El Pescadito Ruiz, they put Gonzalez on the poster, running on the lines, on the border like a coaster, shooting like James out the Boca. so don't test me on the field. A trick shot, I got the skill. We just put it in the net. The 96 flow, let me hit it like legit. Cutting through el tráfico. Scissor kick, los dos, fuerza básico. You ain't it. A crossbar challenge, I crossbars challenge. But with tang maneuvers, I got that talent. So don't test me on the pitch. I'll bend it like I'm Beckham and I'll teach you how to spit. You know I've been the illest back since 1996. We started wearing shin guards, you sliding on my kicks. No hook, this is how I curb y'all. No look, passing like I'm Jonah. So shook, bundle in the zone now. Geo taking shots inside a bar in Barcelona. Take you down to London just to kick like Ashley Cole does. No, we got a shooter, tell Kamara I say Ola. Slipping like Gerard, half the city will disown him. Shooting like I'm Kobe Jones to win it for my brothers. So don't test me on the field. A hat trick, I got the steal. We just put it in the net. I gave the ball to Bobby King, you know he did the rest. Keno, yeah. 96 flow right there, taking you back to that old school hip hop, you know. Yeah, ¿qué onda con la hora galáctica? What's up? Shout out to toda la gente que habla español, que nos está escuchando. Mucho amor.
You know what? I had a question. How do you guys remember all these fucking lyrics? Because fuck. You know, I read a paragraph, I probably might forget this shit. You guys have to remember maybe at least, you know, right now 6 songs, right? Shit, you know what I mean? How the fuck, like, you know what I mean? I probably remember just 1-3 verse. I don't even know I don't even know a whole song.
It's like a
by
spelling
memory.
contest. You know, you gotta remember every fucking word. That's basically what it is. You gotta remember stuff, and you gotta be ready, and then bam. You know what I mean?
Shit, I always be in class, like, oh fuck, I forgot what I said. Fuck, I wrote it my damn self.
I feel you know, I mean like that sometimes, but I feel it's just, it goes by experience, you know what I mean? It takes discipline, dedication, just to be having everything in your head and just be like, oh, I'll do this, rock the track, and that's basically it. Yeah, you know, I mean, this will Arquitekto just basically a 5-track EP, you know? But we rock sets before, so I think it's just natural, you know what I mean? Once you used to get at it, you get good at it, and you just remember stuff.
And then when you guys write your own lyrics, like, do you guys bounce it off of each other? Do you guys get, like, ideas? Or do you guys be like, well, fuck, this is my
me and, like I'm telling you, me and him, we actually have a good chemistry when it comes to making music. We actually have, like, old school projects before this. You know, he has an album, like the one that's coming out in 1996 with the Galaxy. I have an album coming out, but nobody knows about right now. It's called Dice Nueve Cero Dos.
Now they know. Now they know, baby.
He's featured on it, you know what I mean? But we're going to talk about that some other time, you know, because it's spotlight on him, you know what I mean? I want to take that away from him. You know, I'm actually honored to be on the album with the EP for the 1996, you know, because I'm a Galaxian too. You know what I mean? Work with Galaxy.
Shit, when your album drops, let us know too, dog. You a G, dog. Shit, this is what it's all about, baby. You a G too. So
thank you for having me. You know what I mean? I'm actually honored, like I said. You know, and shout out, you know, Barber Arquitekto. Shout out to the rest of the homies.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to like remembering all your songs, it's a thing that, like I said, like we wrote it. We listen to these songs a million times before they come out. You know what I mean? We write them, and then right before, like, by the time they come out, we've heard them 1,000 times to the point where we're like, we're kind of bored of it, you know? But it's definitely like one of those things where you memorize it because you've listened to it so many times.
Let me ask you this. It comes to a time when you're bored, and I totally understand that shit, because I probably listen to Galactica Ahora, I fucking listen to Community over and over again, like, fuck this shit, I did this, right? But how is that feeling, knowing that somebody else heard it like a million times?
Yeah.
That feeling is different. That feeling is not like, oh, shit, it's been 1,000 times. Oh, shit, 1,001, because that motherfucker heard it.
Yeah, so it's definitely, like, interesting. Like, it's a kind of an experience that I guess only, like, people that do this type of thing know. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because, like I said, by the time you guys get to hear it, we've been having this, like, in our heads for like maybe even months, and we've heard it in our heads a million times. We've recited it 1,000 times, and by the time the album drops, I hope that, like, as an artist, you've already, you know, tried to memorize at least all of it. But yeah, sometimes you kind of just like, there's times where you go in and you record something and you just leave it there and you're like, oh, you didn't even listen to it. By the time they tell you, hey, that's your banger, we'll go and fucking perform it. It's a totally different animal, because then now you got to sit down and and actually listen to it over and over and over and try to memorize it. So
It's funny because Kevin had his first Chapin moment at the stadium. That somebody recognized him for community in that Chapin. Evo came running downstairs to find me. Parecía niño, like, somebody recognized me. Like, te regalaron una cerveza, dice. Chapin, yo ya llevo 3 hot dogs y 3 sodas,
El Chapin told me, like, hey, no compraron ni una cerveza hoy. ¿Cuántos serían? Like 5, 6?
está bien feo cuando me
Todavía me lo encontré aquel cuando íbamos a hacer la fila para ir a comprar los hot dogs. Hasta pedo, loco, ya me iba a ir para la casa, ya me habían dicho, vamos.
Hey, y eso que te salvaste es porque me dijiste, hey, haceme un shot glass del Galaxy y voy a tomar shots. En el momento ya no quisiste. Estábamos ahí con el Jesse, ¿verdad? Y estaba el José, vos y yo. Y cuando pienso que el Jesse empezó a sacar la botella, todos, hey, we gotta go.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Did you guys pregame? Because I was at the stadium and I was inside the stadium and I was doing setup. You know what I mean? And Kevin actually got to go out and I was still doing setup.
Yeah.
And I was never able to go back out again. When I seen these fools come in, these fools were all fucking like twisted, like, hell yeah, man, you missed this shit. I was like, fuck you guys, man. I was like, yeah, we were taking shots and we were doing this. I was like, that's some bullshit. Cause I'm over here just fucking working and y'all motherfuckers out there having fun.
I mean, I started from the night before. I started the night before. I got fucking fucked up the night before, and then I ended up like waking up the next day todo crudo, like, oh my god, like it's 12 o'clock, I gotta get to the game. And then my brother was like, let's go. And then we took off, and then we got to the stadium, and then we were dry, like we were outside, but we didn't want to go in because we didn't want to come back out. You know, they weren't going to let us back out, so we're like, let's wait. And then my other friends were on their way, and so I hit them up, and I was just like, hey, tráiganse unas chelas.
What's a pregame ritual for you and your crew? So what do you guys do?
I mean, we show up drunk to the stadium. And if we're not drunk, we'll go. We usually just, like I said, we've been rolling with the Galaxians for a long time. Like, so we'll go and we'll kick it with the Galaxians. They usually have beer. And we'll
Este Cristian Niño, yeah, that's what always has beer.
Yeah.
Him and Rudy.
Christian.
Yeah.
Christian and Rudy. Yeah.
Nah. We're not here to incriminate people.
Yeah. But
Except if you're Chapin. We can't because Chapin puts our people on blast, Julio.
Chapin es la gente, güey, ¿no?
Se le pasó, ya estaba pedo.
Chapin 6'9". Hey, that's a hashtag. That's a hashtag. That was a hashtag, right? Chapin 6'9".
6'9", not 9'6". Flip that.
That would flip the dog. No.
Damn.
Be careful with this one, dog.
I already talked to the front office, so don't worry about it.
Ya borró todo.
Borró el récord ahí, ya no. But yeah, man.
Awesome, man. So, which is the next song that you're going to be performing?
Oh, well, the next one I'm bringing in my homie Bates right now. We're gonna go in on the '96 election. You know what I mean? Originally, the '96 elections. You know, they are the first supporter group. And
The OGs.
The OGs, yeah. And then so, they were the supporter group that we were going with to the games. So we have a lot of love for them, you know. We realized who they are and what they did for the culture, for the LA Galaxy, and it was just dope to have that experience to actually share the first few games and. You know,
Big shout out to Christian, Rudy, Carlisa, and Ray. You know, yeah. Love you guys, man. I love you guys.
Yeah, much love.
Awesome. If you guys want to start getting ready for that one. For you guys, now that we're getting ready for the second, for the second away game, right? Now with Seattle, right? Let's talk a little bit, just real quick about the team. There's been some new signings. Manny, how do you feel about the defense having some more reinforcement?
That just goes to show that people's out. One.
The summer?
The summer. Look, the guy's young that's coming in. I think he's 24.
I believe so.
He looks good going forward, but the thing is, but a lot of his highlights that I seen that they posted, he's running back and tracking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of that because if you're a center back tracking to clean up a mistake, that you're lucky that they don't put no goals behind you. I like to have my center backs deep and actually have the forwards in front of them. But I like the competition. That makes me think that it's either Stairs or the Pew will be moving in the summer, because there's no point if you're going to be starting Derek Williams and the new center back.
What about this? Maybe not in the summer, because we know the trade deadline in the MLS is not the same like in other sports, right?
Correct.
Or let's say the summer, whenever. Don't you see maybe both of them moving? Because they both are American defenders.
I see.
They're on the cheap, and then Jalen Neal backing up, a young guy.
I see, to be honest, I see the stock value of a higher prospect will be the Pew.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because if they don't move this summer, then you don't really make money off of them. Right now, the Galaxy is playing good. They're technically in first place, right? With
6 points.
6 points.
The only team.
If they're on the top half going into the summer, that means with the Pew and there's no value there. Yeah. You don't want to get rid of legit. A lot of people want to say that he's our highest value. He is. But you don't want to get rid of him based on our midfield, because our midfield is unstable. Our center midfielders are unstable.
Yeah, and then, Chapín, ¿pensás que Jalen Neal, si él es el que, si dejan ir a Stairs y de Pew, ¿crees que Jalen Neal puede ser un backup?
Claro, yo te lo he dicho que él puede ser hasta uno que puede empezar en el once inicial.
Sí, tal vez sí, o ser un backup también. Sería una buena opción tener a alguien joven, a dar más experiencia.
Si te das cuenta, a mí me sorprende que él ponga primero a Depuy, que no jugó casi todos los partidos de pretemporada.
Sí.
Puso más a Nio a jugar la pretemporada.
Sí.
Y le da el estar no sé, que le tiene más confianza a él, por eso.
Tal vez porque es el hombre de un poquito más experiencia, un jugador con ya su segundo o tercer año en la liga. Por eso, pero yo pensé que Jalen iba a tener más acción ahorita, por la razón que en la pretemporada le dieron muchos minutos. But all right, let's get ready for the next performance, and then let's go ahead and get ready.
Jonathan Dos Santos, que su cumpleaños.
Chato Vaino.
Ahorita le caemos, güey. You know it's Modelo time. Carnal.
It's Modelo time.
Oh, carnal.
The crash, bro. I'm a Kobe Jones. Stop the ball. Quitándolo. Call us the Rocket Squad. Steven Rock. Y tienes el crudo. Como Robbie King.
Yo soy el matador, se agarra el micrófono, estilos clásicos, como Brian Bro, historia del fútbol, al hacer soy pro, y como Tupac por Los Ángeles, bien
Lost.
Blue, white, and gold, oh, we never fold, we've been here since 96 and we still growing strong.
LA, big city of dreams. From the Rosa to the park, we keep it 90s, my G. You might get fooled if you never been around, but the blue, white, and gold, we running the whole. They see me rolling up the bench, it's time to get on the pitch. Chicharito with the matches, go embracing your team. From LAX to Galactus, I'm a god of my kings. They call me Slopped, I'm a lion, going bicycle kicks. I'm putting pressure on you, levels from the LAFC. I kill the blessings from the flow when it comes to the streets. Cause I never walk alone like a boy Steve G. I hold my ground up on the turf like a Michael McGee. Helen Spot is 96, we ain't playing around. Like Kobe Jones said, Hermosillo, homie, I get around. David Beckham 23, from Madrid to LA. Now listen, Genie, for myself, we hold the crown in the West. Angel City, the gate, we come the flow for the cakes. Hit them up like outlaws, found the venom legit. Ain't nobody talking shit. Fuck it up on this one, my bad, guys. LA, big city of dreams. From the Rosa to the park, we keep it 90s, my G. You might get fooled if you never been around, but the roots wanna go, we haunted the whole town. Fucking up on this one, alright, guys.
You know, if you never been around, but don't if you know bass, you know he likes to drink, bro.
I've been drinking sometimes, you know what I mean? Shit happens. It is what it is, though, you know what I mean? 96 elections all day.
Hey, hit me with that Geo part one more time. I really enjoy that. Giovanni, hey, what inspired that? Well, of course we know what inspired. Oh, you know. How does that thought come? Like,
He's partying right now with Jonah. We're gonna go right now. We got a special invite. If you guys wanna go, hit us up in the DM. We got that shit. Yeah.
you already know where that line came from, but it was a double entendre. You know what I mean? Like it comes from hip hop when we say el estilo viene crudo, it means it's raw. You know what I mean? But at the same time, yo santo venía crudo, like, you know. Cuando no venía crudo, like, you know. But that's what I'm saying. It's that double entendre in hip hop where you can say something like viene crudo, mi estilo viene crudo, you know. But that motherfucker used to show crudo to the game. We already know.
I didn't get that crudo. I was just glad that he never invited.
I know, right?
Shit.
They tripped out. Funny story, this fool Bates was working at a restaurant and he used to run into all those fools one-on-one.
I got a picture with Dos Santos. I met Ashley Cole and I met Giovanni Dos Santos. I used to work at a restaurant called Bossa Nova. So I used to be security. And I seen Dos Santos and I seen fucking Ashley Cole, and the fools were drunk. So I took a picture, and I was like, hey, I recognized him real quick. I was like, hey, Dos Santos, gonna take a picture. And they were like, oh, yeah. So I took a picture with Dos Santos, and then I seen Ashley Cole, and Ashley Cole was like, what are you, a cop? I started laughing. It was just funny. I saw him on the spot, though.
Yeah, they were trying. We don't want to throw no shade on our players, you know. But,
Nah, that's cool.
But I mean, they're gone now, so it doesn't like really affect them now. But yeah, he got the pictures with Dos Santos.
So I got a picture right there. You can see.
All right, guys, real quick. We're gonna take like a 2-minute break. We're gonna try working the audio real quick. What we're gonna do is we're gonna leave you off with La Hora Galáctica. We're gonna play that for a bit. Or you know what? Let's continue the theme. I'll play some of your stuff. And then what we're gonna do, we'll come back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, we just got the last song coming, and that's about it. So we got right at the tailgate. So stick around.
All right.
Soy Chicharito Hernández, I've been around the globe. Yo me retiro una leyenda como Kobe Jones. Como Pineda en los penales, I'ma stop the ball. C.G. Smith con
fixed it or we didn't. We're trying. Before I forget, I just want to give a big shout out to Marvin. You guys remember Marvin? He was one of our co-hosts that put in for Chapin one day, and then he was a guest. He's been helping us out. And what's funny, earlier we did a little test, and the audio worked well, and the visuals was bad. Now it's the opposite. We're having issues with the video. I mean, with the audio. But you know what? We're working with what we can. But other than that, what could you tell us about this experience? We know we want to do it in person at a tailgate, but we're working what we got.
No, it's definitely a blessing, and I thank you guys for it. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I'm just glad to be here and to put out something for you guys that you guys can enjoy for the rest of the season and maybe even for the rest of your time as a Galaxy fan, you know? So I hope you guys, keep listening and then playing the album, supporting what I'm doing, and yeah, dude, like it's just a blessing at the end of the day for me.
Awesome. And what could you tell, let's say, maybe a teenager that is an aspiring hip hop artist or rapper? What advice can you give them?
Don't give up. Don't give up. Just follow your heart. Do what you feel is best for you and best for your family, and you know what I mean. Like keep pushing towards your dreams. And all I have to say is, if you have a dream of becoming the greatest rapper, the greatest guitar player, the greatest piano player, whatever it is, you want to do podcasts, just don't be afraid, and then
there's always gonna be people that are gonna hate, that are gonna not like what you do, but it's just realize that it's not for them, it's for the ones that are actually listening and showing you love,
Mira, nosotros, yo personalmente conozco a gente que nos escucha de México, de Guatemala, de otros lados del Salvador y todo.
Not everybody's worldwide like you.
Hay gente que pues tal vez no te escucha esto. ¿Qué le puedes decir a esa gente? A los patojos de allá.
Que si les gusta algo y lo aman, lo que sea como te digo, si tienes sueño de ser un futbolista algún día en tu vida, ponle empeño. Y pues sigue haciéndolo, no dejes que nadie te baje y te diga que no lo puedes hacer, porque sí lo puedes hacer, ¿me entiendes? Esto es amor por la cultura, amor por lo que hace uno, y algún día pues va a llegar tu tiempo, y cuando llegue tu tiempo nomás mete el empeño a las personas y a toda la gente que te ha enseñado amor, ¿me entiendes? Dáselo para atrás con esfuerzo y con trabajo.
Una cosa que dice Arquitekto y dice que no busques el dinero, pero busques el amor. Y eso es grande, porque cuando uno lo hace con amor, el dinero no importa y la comunidad lo levanta.
Sí, es la verdad, porque yo pienso que la comunidad, pues, como te digo, mi mamá tiene un dicho que es, no me des, ponme donde hay.
Yep.
¿Entiendes? Entonces es la verdad. Yo no quiero que ustedes me den nada. Yo estoy en el lugar, yo sé que estoy en el lugar adecuado. Entonces yo voy a trabajar y voy a meter lo que yo tengo para eso, para que ustedes me den. ¿Me entiendes? Yo no les pido nada. Yo lo que les quiero decir es que pues estoy en la posición de que yo también pueda aportar, y les voy a aportar algo, y entonces al aportar, pues, yo sé que ustedes también me van a regresar y yo les puedo aportar algo también.
Just for that, brother, just like you said, and I appreciate the hard work that you've done and the love that you give for our club and the love that you give for your craft.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna buy all the songs on Apple.
Thank you, man.
Today. Full price, motherfuckers. Pay that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, chicha, no pida discount,
Hey, suppose. There is no Chapin code, so don't believe it. There is no Chapin code.
And it's funny because también, como for the reason that those songs are up there on iTunes, they get a cut. You know what I mean? So I'm not, like I said, it's not even for the money, because they're gonna take some money out of my pocket.
You want money, dog?
No.
¿Me vas a dar así? There's un disco. Next time that you burn?
I definitely relate with what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because this and La Hora Galactica, we don't make anything.
Yeah, nobody makes
And it's the opposite.
What you mean? They didn't pay for these cups?
Hey, I paid for these cups. But no, you know what? At the
¿Cuánto te
end,
pagué por este? ¿Como like 40?
no. At the end, it's the opposite. Like you invest your time and your money into your projects the same way that we do. But at the end of the day, we do it because we love this club, we love this community, and I think that's the important thing. For me, if 5 people hear us in Spanish, I'm happy. If 10 people hear this, I'm happy. Of course, I want to push and do better, right? But at the end of the day, we do it for the community.
Yeah, it's definitely an ego boost, you know what I mean? Like something that where we feel happy within ourselves, that keeps us motivated, that gives us drive, and so that's what I strive for. Like I said, at the end of the day, everybody that has their own business or is working towards something, we know we're losing money, bro. We know, like you guys are, you know what I mean? You guys got all this equipment, and then I'm not sure, but I know that like there's a lot of money that we've invested in this that is definitely not reflecting yet.
Yeah.
But there are times.
All right, baby. Julie said, don't forget about us, baby. Don't forget about when you make it to platinum. Don't forget about us. Take us with you, dog. All I want to do is be in a yacht. That's all I want to do, baby. In a yacht, and drink be in a yacht and drink some cognac or something like some Dom Perignon, something.
Something I can't name.
Something I can't name. Something I can't even pronounce. You know, a Louis 13, something that I'm like, I'm like, this is nasty. But I'm like, hey, I didn't pay for it.
But it's
Put me in a music video, baby.
And for me, it's just a pleasure having the honor to share the mic and time with these two, and it's just that the memories, right, that we start building. So we are left with one song, right?
Yeah, right.
So that's the song we're gonna close with. We'll continue chopping it up for a bit. Let's go ahead and talk about the team. What do you feel about this team now? I know it's early. It's barely 2 games, but how do you feel?
Okay, so I feel really, really good about this team. Honestly, like I didn't know what to expect after Shaloto left, and then they brought in Greg Banny, and I knew Greg Banny was definitely the person to come into this team and to be able to motivate our squad the way that he has. That's props, and that's exactly what we were looking for. And on top of that, not only is he the motivation because he once was a Galaxy player, once, you know what I mean, represented, he knows the institute of the team. Not only that, he is able to transfer all that energy into the squad, and then he's been able to, you know, capitalize on buying the players that we need for this squad. You know what I mean? Like, he went in on the exact thing that everybody saw on the field, which was defense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Defense.
He said he was going to build from the back to the front, and Marvin could tell you, me and him had discussions and about it, because maybe we didn't believe it, because even GPS, he talked really nice.
Yeah.
And DTK, he knows how to talk too. But now that you see how the results on the field, are you excited for this team?
I'm actually excited, you know, what happened last season, you know, how the whole pandemic should happen. I feel like we didn't see exactly what Galaxy could have done, and that messed up everybody. So I feel like right now they're picking up where they left off. And I feel like right now, since Chicharito putting in more work right now, he's actually, you know, he's on fire. So I feel like the whole squad is going to get motivated by that, and they're going to want more. They're more hungry right now. They want to get everybody. So I feel like when the LAFC come up next, I think we got them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you based on, like you said right there, like with the whole pandemic, right? Nobody knew how to handle this pandemic, right?
Right.
Obviously, some people struggled. Some people went through some loss in life. So, you know, some people strive through this because, you know, I mean, they became more creative. You know, even Chicharito, even professional players, they're humans. You know, they're going through life problems. They're going through stuff like that. And now that we're getting back to kind of like normal, a little bit of normal, you see a little bit of glimpse of like, hey, this team can become something if, you know what I mean, they start gelling together, right? You have to remember that this team is probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks in together.
Right, but the fact that Greg Vanny came into the squad and like gave us the sit-down effect is what they call it now. Like, you know what I mean? The player who played for the club and has represented and then knows the institute.
That's daddy, dog.
And that changed the whole perspective.
It's the whole turnover right now. You know, it's like Galaxy's the only team right now in the MLS with 2 wins. Everybody else either won or lost or draw. You know what I mean? We have 2 wins at the moment, so we actually won since 2010.
Let me ask you this.
Chicharito's the top scorer.
I think the Galaxy tweeted out or on Instagram something saying that they had like 6 different nations out there like watching the Galaxy game versus Red Bulls. Like, you know what I mean? What MLS team does that, baby? It's not.
Just the Galaxy. You could go anywhere, and people know about the Galaxy. And you know what?
Well, that's Galaxy, you know what I mean? It's Galaxy, that's universe, you know what I mean? Galaxy.
Real quick, now that we were touching a little bit on Chicharito, right? Alex, come over here real quick. I'm gonna put you on the spot real quick.
Oh, it's Chicharito.
So for us that don't know, this is Chicharitos. How many goals do you see Chicharito now that he has 5 goals in 2 games? How many do you see?
Before you guys say it, this fool since last season is a diehard Chicharito fan. Like, that fool could be -5. That fool says like he's still the best. So
I gotta have my Chicharito
I gotta get him there, you know what I mean? I got a Chicharito jersey from Madrid, fools, you know what I mean? One of my favorite players too, you know what I'm saying? Straight up.
So let's get his prediction of how many goals he thinks he's gonna score now. A hat trick and a brace in 2 games.
I
Sin
said,
paja, cerote.
sin paja, less than 30, but more than 25.
No, come mierda.
You're right. Between 25 and 30. Hey, so let's make a little bet. If he doesn't reach between 25 and 30, where is he going?
He goes ball like a homie Jose. Like a homie Jose from Lars.
No,
He went ball.
I already said if Zubac scores 3, then I'll shave my head like Chicharito.
Come on, Subak.
Let's go.
If Chicharito doesn't score at least 25, I'll get 29 tattooed on me.
A 29?
Yeah, 29 for Zubac.
All right, fuck it. Hey, everybody saw this shit. Fuck it. Hey, we'll do that shit live.
Hey, no.
Le tenemos recorded.
No, not the 29. We're working on getting a nice Laura Galactica tattoo. If he...
Wait, what the fuck? This is for the Bible here, this shit.
If he does it... I'm trying to make us sound like we're a team. He's trying to get somebody to get Laura Galactica. You get the Laura Galactica on your back or something, or your shoulder.
Or you get Chapin 6'9".
Damn.
I'll let you 3 decide what happens.
Hey, Bookie's face. Bookie's Lord Subak.
No le des gracia la vida al patojo también. I'll let you guys decide, and then you guys tell me. And if Chicharito doesn't score at least 25,
If he
then
scores 25 or over, I'll get a tattoo, whatever you decide.
I'll take that.
All right, wait.
All right, hey, what, do it like this. If chooses yours, if he scores under, you choose his. Easy. No, no más
Instigating the situation. Instigating the situation.
Now that you guys are turning it on me, like how excited are you, or how happy are you that?
I mean, it's better to see it live, like I did last weekend. It's better than seeing it on TV. Stadium, surprisingly, I control myself more, but at the house, I almost passed.
Hey, Chicha, ¿cómo te sentiste viendo ese hat-trick? Like, el primer gol estabas
El primero no, casi no lo vi, loco.
Ok, el segundo.
El segundo, puta madre. El primero lo vi.
¿Te orinaste?
Because I was with Darwin. Y después el segundo, I had my alcohol wipes for me. Lo estaba hueliendo, loco. En el tercero, puta madre.
Que si es glue, que el pinche minúsculo.
El tercero, no, hombre, loco, me fui.
¿Quién le dio un micrófono a este güey?
Hey, like, así que fue que empezó el Chapín, so if you guys don't see me next week and you see Chichadios, you guys know.
His jerseys do say Chichadios.
Yeah, because look, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a project that I work with Marvin on Sundays, and I've been defending Chicharito, but I kind of did it just because I had to, right? Did you really think that this guy was gonna turn it around, like, or do you just back him up? Like, that's what I'm wondering.
No, a huevo, loco. I thought no matter what he was gonna score. Like I always knew that this season it was gonna be more than 2. I wouldn't expect 5 this fast.
I gotta get with that shit, dog. I gotta get with that fucking.
Yeah, awesome, man. Thank you for stopping by. He's part of our live crowd today, part of our security, right? And then, hey, I think ya nos ganamos la cena, because I brought Brandon and he's the one bringing you guys a beer, so I think ya nos ganamos la cena.
Tacos after this shit or what?
Aquí todos.
Yeah, but
McDonald's.
sick. Hey, come say hi real quick.
That's a
Come
sin,
over here.
Hey, well, that's a sin, dog. Don't be doing that shit, dog.
Tell
Hey, I'm not with this. I'm not with this. I'm telling you right now. I'm not with this.
all right, real quick. So, how was it that you became a Galaxy fan? Started going to Galaxy games?
Well, with you, you started dating my sister, so we started going out to the games.
It's because of your sister, dog. Not because of you. Not because of you. Mirza, dog. Because Mirza.
Mercy.
There you go.
No, because you come
brought him
back.
here. Hey, Cerote, you're bringing him to the vicio. And then that's your fault. No.
And it's time too, fool, so you better hey, no. Hey, wey, I la casa and my stuff are going to be outside. Yeah.
Divorciado ya.
Ahí va a estar el anillo en la puerta, güey.
Una semana de casado.
No, but now...
P69, dog. Told you, dog.
Hey, and then now some serious talk. You're young. You're 17, and you're starting to follow this team. Like, what brings you to the Galaxy? I know you follow European teams, but I feel in the last year you started following the Galaxy more. Why is that?
Well, we started going to the games a lot more. So, like, being there and watching from the TV, like it's very different. Like, the emotions and, like, how you feel at the stadium, screaming and chanting all the songs and, like, supporting the team. Like, it's very different from watching at your home when they score a goal. When you're there, like, 100%, like, completely there with different. Like, I say, like, if you haven't gone, go sing, go support, and, like, just join the
Now
group.
that you're meeting a favorite rapper, a favorite reality star, you know what I mean? Like, Chappie Kardashian. Be more part involved. Like, obviously Kevin's bringing you more around us and stuff like that. You see a whole different life to the team, right? That is not just the 11 people on the field.
That's a whole community, like you
Right,
said.
like I said, now you see, you met Chicharito, now he'll fight you if you say something about Chicharito. You meet Marvin that we met maybe 3 weeks ago. Now he's part of the team right here is producing with Kevin. Now, you know what I mean? You have my dude right here that we met today.
Francisco
that,
Bates, you know?
Is now like, hey, let's hit up the games. Let's do this. Let's do that. Fuck.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see him turning up now.
You got a family now. That's the thing.
thing.
Like,
That's the one thing that I learned from being in the Galaxy, the action. Like, I realized how much this community is together, bro. Like, they're willing to fucking, if they can do something for you, they will. And that's what I'm saying. Like, if you ever feel like you're going to a game, bro, and then you don't have anybody to go with, bro, there's 1,000 motherfuckers that are ready to go with you right there on the spot. And I'm one of them. I know everybody in this building right now is going to be like, let's go.
Bring a 12 pack. Bring a 12 pack. Just yeah. Bring a 12 pack, and you'll find 11 friends real quick.
Yeah. Because when we were on our way, he was talking about the team, and I was like, I feel this guy's actually becoming a fan. Before it was like, I took him to the games before. But now it's like, he was like,
Hey, bro, that's it. You're sleeping outside. Stop. I'm telling you with experience. Stop, bro. Stop.
Pégame pero no me dejes type shit right now.
but you know what, like, serious talk, like, I really admire when younger people start following the team, because you know that all these kids like Barcelona, Real Madrid, different in Europe, right? So for people, young guys start going and being sports, we gotta take something really big. But let's talk about the team.
I want to say one thing. If you're a fan of Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, Neymar, so that's great. These are great players. Be fans of them. But if you want to see them live, support your local club. If your money that you're investing in that club, eventually they're going to build to be that big club also. We're the biggest one in MLS. We can bring players like that. But you guys want to bring them in, people say this is retirement league, this is this. You want to bring them in at a prime age? Start now. Get a be a season ticket member holder, invest in your club. They're going to put that money right back into Galaxy has shown that they're not afraid of wasting that money.
Yeah. And I think that what Bruce is right now with going with a young PD, and if he works or doesn't work. But yeah, alright, so we're going to start getting ready to wrap it up. Anything you guys want to talk about before we start heading out?
I don't feel like it. I'm gonna be with the taper, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to come over here and get a haircut next time as well.
I just want to say thanks to Arquitekto. Gracias por tenernos aquí.
Yeah, you guys know, like, this is my barber shop, this is my home, and we're right here on West Adams District, and this is our second location. We were blessed to have this location, and we have another one on 4040 West Washington. Just look at the three brothers, and then it's real effort from me, my brother, my mom, my brother, you know. So if you guys ever need a haircut, shout out to the girls that want to get their hair done, whatever, bring your girlfriends over, you know what I mean? Like, we do all that, so whatever you guys want to do, right here.
Chadios, bring your girl over here, and you come get yourself a little haircut as well.
Support local G businesses if you guys can. Are able around here in Mid City, or here in Adams, Normandy. If you guys need a special haircut by Chapin, I'll give you guys a straight up 0, but he'll do it.
Hey, come ask for a Kim Kardashian haircut.
It's a nice little combo. Mira.
For the community, we're here for anybody, you know what I mean? If you're looking for work, as far as if you're a barber or a stylist, hit me up. Like, we always need new people. We could always use a few hands, you know.
Awesome, man. Before we start getting out, we are going to close with the last song. But before we get there, I just want to say thank you for allowing us to come here and get this going. Thank you for being with us as well. Another thing, I do apologize for the audio. We did it the best that we can. It's our first time doing something live ourselves for it. We did what we could. At the end of the day, I think that's what matters.
I would say thanks to the barbershop.
Yeah, me neither.
Appreciate it. You know,
Like Kevin said, ain't nobody getting paid us, motherfucker. So, yeah, get what you get, bitches. I'm already getting invited down to Cisco.
Yeah, so next week, go ahead.
I just want to ask Cisco, where we can find you.
You can find me too. Like I said, I have a project coming out. It's not out there, you know what I mean? It's not out there yet, but IG, self-sock IAR24.
Get us up. How you win.
Oh, mine was gonna come out September 24th. It comes out this year. About on it.
I got two features on there. Definitely. Like, it stays loyal to the hip hop, and say we're trying to build a type of situation where we can bring in soccer into hip hop. So if you guys like soccer and you guys like hip hop, you probably gonna fuck with us. So.
That's what it is. You don't think we're having us.
Alright, so go ahead and get ready for that last one. I just want to say next week we'll be back at 9:15. We'll be back remotely from our homes. So expect better audio. Also, Wednesday morning, Arquitekto will be releasing on Spotify and Apple Music. If you do have any questions, go ahead and hit us on the DMs. That's Laura Galactica 96 on Twitter, I believe it is, and Laura Galactica on Instagram. If you guys have any questions for Pete, Manny, go ahead and let us know, and we'll go ahead and take those.
Before I start setting up, I just want to let you guys know that, like, if you guys ever want to do this again, right here, just let me know ahead of time. We can plot something out, and we can do this more often. Arquitekto Verbal, Arquitekto _Verbal. If you guys are trying to listen to the album 1996, it's under my go and find it. One time, the next one was if you guys ever need another person to fill in for you guys, I'm always waiting. So I stay loyal to listening to what's going on with the club on a daily basis. So I'm gonna start setting up. So thank you guys, and hope you guys. Thanks to everybody watching this right now. Supporting and moving the album. I really appreciate that shit from the bottom of my heart.
While he's setting up, I'm looking to buy shit right now from iTunes. So I hope you guys do the same. And thank you, Marvin, también.
We gotta start saving money for a better book.
Es lo que pasa. Es nuestra primera vez y like.
This is what it is, man. To be honest with you, I'm not going to beat ourselves up for it because it's definitely live in person. And you were nervous? You were nervous? But you didn't look at me like, what the fuck you doing? Especially,
No sé si hizo diferencia que había gente. Like we actually had that kind of like crowd, right?
Yeah, but it's definitely something that maybe we can work on the next week. We have more people over, like, you know what I mean? It's really dope to have just Galaxy fans fucking floating around with us and then putting their take on what we're doing. You know, it's really interesting.
Trust me, on the next one, that's just gonna be lit, dog. We're gonna have a pregame, whole concert.
I'm gonna go load the community credit card with all the gear.
Oh shit! I think we gotta ask you that shit.
Oh, wait, viewing party?
Yeah.
This is the last one, right at the tailgate, the one that you guys been waiting for all night. Thank you guys for supporting local businesses and supporting real hip hop. This is for you, 1996 EP. Shout out to the Outlaws and all the supporting groups. Let's go. So turn it up. Yeah. Yo.
Let's hit the stadium, welcome to the tailgate. La carne asada, las cervezas, and them fine babes. Throw on a jersey and represent for LA. Let's keep it pushing through the 110 on the freeway. So bring the soccer ball, we getting at the soccer mom. Politics with OGs, waiting till the game is on 121. Sit behind the goalie barn, Sunday night soccer. Call me when the game is on, gotta put the flags up. COVID with the mask up, Cosmo in the galaxy, we about to blast off. Oh yeah, it's fireworks to go with a chip. We about to meet your lives, come and give me a sip. Gotta show us some love, come and chill for a bit. Seen them go for the fame, over half with a trick, so don't go for the blames. Be a G with the squid, 9-6. Remember, we the veterans who trying to keep it relevant. Don't judge us by our melanin, the color of our city is what really makes us relevant. You know that I'm a gentleman, kick it with the aliens. Yeah. Yo. 121, 123. Yeah. LA, stand up, Yo. 96. Yo. Pues más latinos. Entramos al estadio, hoy vamos a pasarla bien. Con la camisa de Cienfuegos, got a rocket 10. I chill with all my friends, I'm getting high in the sky with the maniacs. This is how I represent LA City native. Levas gon' hate it, take another shot like the goalie's gon' save it. 5-time champions, we the ones that made it. Sipping on the cup, you know that we crave it. Oh yeah, it's about to be lit. Have you jumping out your seat when we score on them quick. Drink Modelos, that's the finest of chicks. Getting high in the stadium, the Galaxy kit. Now let's chant for the team, come and sing for a bit. Seen it go from the jet, or a bicycle in yellow with this. We just celebrate goals, keep it G for the kids, 96. Remember, we mastering the elements. Don't judge us by our melanin. The color of our city is what really makes us elegant. Kick it with the aliens. Yeah.